For the 2025 MEAC Football Media Day, and there is some fresh fellas on the set here. I love the pop of green, so you know what it is. You already know what it is. Yeah. Behold the green and gold. The Spartans of Norfolk State, Khalif Jemison, defensive back, and Drayshawn Kendrick, the wide receiver for the Spartans. And obviously, everybody's been talking about it, right? So much excitement and enthusiasm, a phenomenal level of anticipation in Norfolk. We're in M&T Stadium. But what are football Saturday nights going to be like in days in Dick Price Stadium?
It's going to be full of energy. It's going to be full of excitement. We're going to have a show for everybody to come watch.
Yeah, and we know a lot of people want to watch and see what we do this year. And we know a lot of eyes are going to be on our game, so we just get ready to do our part.
Let's take a different approach. You all are new to the program. You all came in for the Mike Vick effect a little bit there. So talk about the importance of you want Norfolk State, one, because, the football environment, but two, the opportunity to play for the Michael Vick.
Yeah, that's an opportunity that not a lot of people can say that they're going to get. So just, cherishing the moment and just taking advantage of the opportunity. It's a blessing. So just make sure that you do your part, and it'll be a beautiful thing in the end.
Hey, Jay, though, I don't think a lot of people know that this isn't just the Michael Vick. This is a very familiar guy to both of these gentlemen. Newport News, Virginia native, home of Michael Vick. And Dre, I want you to also chime in on how your ties go back with Mike Vick.
Yeah, so Mike Vick and my dad played together at Tech. My dad was the running back while Coach Vick was the quarterback. So I kind of known him all my life. And once I was entered the portal and I found out he was getting a job, he gave me a call, and I was like, why not? It's like the perfect reunion in a sense.
And Khalif, for you, making that move over, left Delaware State, by the way, to go to Norfolk State. For you, it's a little bit different. Not going to call a fan, but talk about your ties and your relationship with Coach Vick.
Oh, yeah, just me being a hometown guy, it's a blessing to be in this position that I'm in. I grew up going to Michael Vick camps. I played quarterback in high school, growing up in middle school, just out of him as a player and as a human being, just trying to be a great guy coming from where I come from.
Tell the truth. I bet you at some point in time, when you like guys like that, you tried to throw with your left hand before, didn't you? You tried to throw. Sure. That's how you were right. I tried to throw sideways, trying to be like Marino, like that. So you tried to throw with your left hand, but that's what it's all about. Overall, what's that experience like thus far? What are you seeing in the locker room?
Oh, yeah. It's a transition with the culture. Absolutely, Guys are buying in. Everybody's becoming well-knit. We're becoming a family. It's that the culture at Norfolk State is what it's about right now.
And Dre, you talked about, let me go back to that offense that Jay was just talking about. I mean, you potentially going to see you're going to see a new quarterback, right? And Israel Carter is coming in, and one of those guys is going to vie for that position. But this is a new offense and a new system for you and a new opportunity as well.
Yes, so Coach Shep is a real detailed guy, and he preaches and hones in on details every single day. So and he always tells us that no one has to be Superman. If you do your job, if all 11 does their job, then it's going to be a beautiful picture. So, straining to do your job, do your 111, and everything else should take care of itself. I'm
going to go back to 16 receptions, 223 yards receiving for you at William & Mary. Now, what do you feel like this offense will look like, and how can you contribute best?
What you can expect from our offense is a lot of fast pace, getting the ball out quick, getting to our playmakers early and just letting, us work. A lot of it is going to get schemed up by Coach Shep, and, just trusting in his process and what he's seeing out there, and just, whatever he calls, just full speed and be ready to go.
Khalif, you saw it earlier. We just announced where you all are projected to finish 4th in the conference. You played in this conference before. Y'all have what it takes to go up in the rankings in terms of that?
Absolutely. I've seen it.
Why?
Like you said, I played in the MEAC. I see what the MEAC has to offer. I feel like the talent on this team is beyond great. I feel like we have all the tools to get it done. At the end of the day, it's just being consistent in everything we do to get the job done.
And I want to throw this wild card question out here. Y'all didn't see this one coming, but if you're playing Madden, are you playing with Atlanta Falcons, Michael Vick, or are you playing with Philadelphia Eagles, Michael Vick?
You got to go Atlanta Falcons, Michael Vick.
I'm going Atlanta. Ooh. I'm a Falcons fan, so I'm going.
Even though I'm an Eagles fan, that I played the 04 Madden, even though I was kind of young, but everybody knows his character on Madden 04 was OP. So I'm definitely picking. I'm definitely picking Michael Vick.
All right, Shady, you hear that from the fellas. They're picking the Atlanta version Falcon of Michael Vick on Madden.
Tiff, I see the issue already. You got to tell them kids, man, it's the Eagles Michael Vick.
That's your choice.
Come on now.
That's your choice. But look, you know, the Eagles Mike Vick was a lot more mature. I had more fun with y'all than I did in Atlanta because y'all kept me young, and then I had more responsibility. For sure.
Vic, bro. It's funny, before we get to this interview, I remember saying in the huddle, like, man, I want the old Mike with the braids. We got the mature Michael Vick. But just want to ask you this. How does it really feel to now be called Coach Mike Vick?
Yeah, it's a surreal feeling. You know, just being in this situation, being in these shoes now, it's like the roles have been reversed. But playing quarterback, I think, prepared me for these moments. And, you know, kind of galvanizing the room, controlling the room at times. And you know, coaching on and off the field, I still feel like I had to do that when I was playing. So the role is just different now. It's about getting the young men to accept what we're trying to do, appreciate it, commit to it, dedicate themselves, and so far so good.
Yeah, you always been that type of fit with us. You get into coaching, it's no surprise because you coached us when we were playing together. But I do want to ask you, what's the difference of now young men trying to become a real man in this world, and how's that been as trying to transition from that?
Yeah, it's fun knowing that, you know, the football part is that's what we do. But when they look at me every day, when they look at our coaching staff, and I tell everybody, look, we all lead around here. Everybody's a leader. We trying to help them accomplish something in their life that we already accomplished. And so, you know, when you're young, you know, you can't really see the vision. Somebody got to help you see the vision. Right. Andy helped us see the vision. You know, for me, it was Dan Reeves helped me see the vision. You know, so it don't matter where it comes from. It's all about preaching the same message every day and getting to buy into it.
Now, I never told you this, but when I was 20 years old, when I met you, I remember shaking your hand. Hey, I'm shaking your hand. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I met Michael Vick. Have you had an experience like that with players or maybe with a parent? Like, yo, we really got Michael Vick here as our coach.
In the beginning, when I first got to Norfolk State, like it was, you could tell that they was comfortable, but they was kind of uncomfortable, you know, so they, you know, is it coach, is it Mike, what is it? But, you know, I had to make it clear from the jump, like, look, man, it's Coach Vick, and I'm here to coach you in football and in life. So, you know, if they can walk out the door, man, being better men and better football players, then I did my job.
Now, my first time ever going to Virginia, I came to see you. We had like a little party, you had your family, and now you going back home, right? How does that feel?
Home.
Excitement?
Yeah, I mean, I left home when I was 18, then went to Virginia Tech, and you know, time just flew. It was time to look back, and now I get a chance to kind of like settle back into my community, give back in my community, not just on the football field, but off the field as well. And that was something that I always wanted to do, and I knew I would. Eventually, I knew I would end up back in Virginia, but just didn't know I would be the head coach of Norfolk State. So it's really, really cool.
Through my career, I played with a lot of great quarterbacks: Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. My last year was with Tom Brady. And every time people ask me, the first person they say, "Yo, how was Mike Vick?" Now I know it's a lot of young quarterbacks out there on your squad. First team, second team. Did they ever challenge you? Like, coach, you can't throw it like this. You can't throw it like that.
I think Israel think he can probably throw the ball better than me. Certainly think he's faster than me. The rest of them, they stay in their place. But they're a good group, man. They're a good group, really talented. But yeah, man, I be telling them like, yo, don't make me put the uniform on.
So you ain't put it on yet?
No, I ain't gonna put it. Okay. But don't make me have to show you how to do it. See, that's the last thing they want me to do is lead by example.
Right. Well, I know that, for example, because I called you out and you beat me in the race. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I definitely remember that. You want to tell everybody?
And that year, I had the rushing title that year.
Yeah,
but I want to ask
you, 34 years
before
old.
we leave, I'm changing the subject. I don't want to talk about that no more. Now, we had Deshaun Jackson, Coach Jackson, that is.
Yeah.
And y'all got a game in Philadelphia coming up, right? Now, I know game one is the most important game.
You got to get the first one.
But that game in Philadelphia is going to come.
Yeah. October 30th, I think. Yeah.
And how that's going to go? Because D-Jack said it's going to be a lot of belt booty. Now, how that's going to go? Coach Vick?
That's what he told you on the phone. He ain't say that in this setting. He ain't say it in here.
But you know, it's going to be very competitive, and I'm happy that we have an opportunity to play. You know, we just got to get through week 1, week 4. We'll get to Delaware State when we get there, and you know, obviously, you know, which brought all the best. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a competitive game, and I'm glad we was able to have an opportunity to allow our kids to play in Lincoln Financial. So, you know, it'll be the bright lights. It'll be a hell of a stage.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
And before
you gotta be there.
Before I let you go, I know like a group chat, right? You, Dion, a lot of coaches on there, Deshaun. Now, how's it been with kind of like coaching against like your little brother? Because there's times where he called me like, yo, man, Mike done stole my recruit I had and this and that.
And he stole one of my offensive linemen. So
it's part of the game.
But no, I mean, anything I could do for any of the coaches we play against, man, you know, it's all fun and games. Like, I ain't trying, you know, we gonna step on the field and we gonna have to get it in 60 minutes, regardless of who you got out there. You got to coach them up, and you just got to, you know, come prepared and ready to play.
Well, my brother, Coach Vick, I love you, man. Good luck this season.
Fifth,
back to you.
Yeah, that throwing challenge, Jay decided he wanted to step in the ring. I'm not sure about that.
But here's what I was thinking, though, Shade. Here's what I was thinking. Like, you got your guy down there, right? You know, your teammate, your Eagles teammate, Michael Vick.
Okay.
I got one of my old teammates I'll put up against yours.
Oh.
You know who I play with?
Okay, Jay.
I played with Randall Cunningham.
You a bad boy.
Put some spec on that name right there.
Bad boy.
We
Bad boy.
QBs.
All right, Khalif Jemison along with Drayshawn Kendrick, they are looking for the crowds, the bright lights, and some great football this upcoming fall for the Spartans. On the other side, when we come back to this 2025 MEAC Football Media Day, Damon Wilson running things. Hey, this is home